to Nestled In, my channel. My name is Jen if you're new here, and we are nestled in up here in Maine. It's cold, but today it's all springy and nice. It's a beautiful sunshiny day, so we're rocking our old t-shirts that we wish still the dynasty. You know, we miss Tom Brady so bad, but it's really nice. And I'm just here today rocking my side part and my skinny jeans. So I hope you're doing the same. And today I just wanted to tell you some things that I do to keep my toddler and my little pumpkin poos busy, because they are busy people, let me tell you. And I have to teach my older child how to read, and it just gets me, you know, kind of worried that I'm not getting her everything that she needs because I keep getting interrupted by them. It's just a fact of life. For one thing, number one, you are going to get interrupted by your little pumpkin poos. It's just going to happen, okay? So just be ready for it. Put them up in your lap while you reach over here and just keep on reading or keep on sounding out, whatever you're doing with them, and give this little guy a crayon or whatever in your lap and a piece of paper, and it will be okay. The very first thing that I want to tell you to keep these little guys busy, the very first thing that you've got to do, bar none, okay? The very first thing is to fill up their attention tank before you ever start with your little 5-year-old or your first grader or whoever you have over here. Whoever you're homeschooling, you got to fill up the tank for those toddlers. So what you do, you spend a few minutes, you know, 20 minutes, half an hour, first thing, playing with them, and playing with them separately and giving them love and snuggles, and fill up that attention tank. And then you can proceed after that. That's the very first thing, because really they interrupt because they haven't had your attention and they're trying to get it. They see that she or young man here is getting all your full attention, and little kids just, they want attention. And that's, so just fill up their tank first, all right? Number two, have some things that they can do that they can only touch. They are only allowed to get out during school time, though that's a very important thing. You're not allowed to touch that or play with that. That goes in the school box or the school shelf or whatever, and you get to play with it during school. Okay, it's another thing. And I got a whole bunch of stuff here just ready to show you to put on that shelf or to put on in that toy box that they're only allowed to take out during that time. I have some little bins that I pull out, and they go in my wall unit. You know, I have one of those cube units in my living room, and I have a couple of bins, and I just rotate out these toys during the school year. So I have regular storage bins that I keep these things in, and then I weekly or bi-weekly take out these things and rotate it in the living room bins, and then I just pull those out and put them wherever the child is going to play for school time. And they're only allowed to play with them during school time. So that's another important thing to do. All right, so let's show you some of those things. What can you put there? You can use a bookshelf, and you can put Montessori shelf work there if you want to do something like that, where you can look that up. All right, you can get an activity where they're only working right on this tray. They take it off the tray and set it down, and they do some little things there. That's another good thing to look up and do. Here's some things that I have. Super easy, all right? It's nothing super that you're going to have to go out and spend a bunch of money on. And another thing is, I hardly ever spend a lot of money on my toddlers and preschoolers. Hardly ever. This came from the Target dollar spot. And I have one for shapes and colors. I think I have another one for ABCs. It's really simple little 2-piece puzzles, so even the youngest toddler, 2-year-old, or whatever can do these. So here you have the color black and they have to match them up the right way. You know, when they're done it, the square is correct. All right, so this one is shapes and colors. And here's an orange circle. All right, so that's one little thing that I have, and my little guy likes that for a few minutes. I mean, none of these last very long either, so that is something to remember. Target dollar spot, while we're on that, these little lacing cards came from there, and they're not cards, they're actually felt. I got them during February. They came with little pieces of yarn and a big fat needle, and they just can lace those. That's something my little girl, who was 3 at the time, enjoyed those. One big thing that I did was I made a busy binder for my youngest toddlers when they were 3, and here's that. I have a video for that, so I will link that. And it's just things that they can do. I used Velcro dots, and this was a printable. So look for that video. It has all of those printables and things linked below. This was a newer one. You can add to these binders. You can find this stuff. You can print it off, add to it, take out ones they're sick of, laminate if you want to, or use page protectors, and that works just as well. Seriously, this is just a color matching one for my little guy, and I just put a baggie on the back with the pieces in, a Ziploc bag. Here's one about colors that I've added since that linked video, and these are just another thing that I found that was free. Really, I didn't spend. This one's from Easy Peasy Learners, it's called. And there's all the different colors. My little guy, he needed to work on his colors. And so I will spare you that. Go look for that video. This works for quite a while with my little guy who's 3. So he really enjoys that. I have a 4-year-old, and she's just turned 4 in February, so a bit ago. But this was a purchase, but I got her one of these, and this is from lifeabundantlyblog.com, or the other name is Gentle Classical Preschool, and these were printables in a set that I bought. So this is great. She loves it because she feels that she's a part of the school day. So number 3, okay, make sure that your little guys, if they're not playing well, maybe it's time that they feel that they're a part of the schooling and they get to be a big kid and they get to do something. This works for that really well. Here's something that I got for the 4-year-old. These are just from Crayola. They are dry erase crayons, not dry erase markers. I can't stand dry erase markers. They stain everything they touch. I don't like them. Yes, they wipe off your laminated surface, but they stain kids' clothes. So my little guy likes to peel, whatever. They're big and chunky, so they last a long time. They come with a sharpener, and if you have one of those whiteboards that you flip over and it's black on the back, they absolutely love using the white. So that works for a long time. So I will link that below, but look for a review on just this. So binders, those are a really good way to do that. Here's some more things that come with that binder. I'll just randomly pick some things up and let you see. This one's a kindergarten, not preschool, but kindergarten level. So there's a kindergarten one you can get and a preschool one you can get. And they're very lovely. They have lovely graphics, wonderful watercolors to have for that. Here's another thing that I got for them. Cumin cutting. Just a nice thing. Give them 2 or 3 pages and just set them free. Let's see, what else do I have? I have beads. I have pony beads and pipe cleaners. That helps their fine motor skills anyway, but they'll sit there and they'll play with that. This is another thing, puzzles, different puzzles. My 4-year-old right now loves this. And actually my 5.5-year-old will still sit and do this. And what she does is she might do this and she's a little bit bored with it, but she'll try to look at this and then actually take a pencil and paper and write it. Anytime you have one of these puzzles that has letters or magnets, letter magnets, it's a good thing to get because you can use these little letters for other things. And here's another way that I use this. I just got a really quick free printable, laminated it, and then they can sit down and use their chunky letters on one of their puzzles or one of their Melissa and Doug puzzles there, and they can match. Okay, so this would be on the floor and they would have to find the M and lay it on there. That keeps them busy for a few minutes, but they feel like it's part of school. And I have several of these. Dollar Tree, foam, those are easy. And here's one that I got that's a little bit different. This one is chunky, nice chunky letters. It's just a Walmart one and it just fits in the right place. But like I said, we use these letters for other things too, for learning and matching. You could get one of these that is lowercase letters if your kids are ready for that. So match those up and use these letter things. I have 2 letter puzzles because this one has phonics underneath. I don't know if you can see that without me dumping it, but this one has under the A is ants. So ants, B is under there. The other one from Walmart just has nothing under it. So there's 2 different kinds, but you might need 2 A's someday to spell something with one of your activities. What else do I have? I have these. These are wonderful. Water Wow. If you don't want to mess, they can sit right here in their little high chair or booster seat, and they can be doing this while you work with this one. I have 2 of these little guys, okay? So I put them near me, okay? I try to put them near me where I can reach and see, and have my little one here so that I can work with her, my older one here so I can work with her. But these Water Wows are wonderful, and my kids absolutely love this. If you're more brave, you could get one of these simple paint with water books. This one just came from Dollar Tree again, and they're not messy. They're just those kind where you just use a little bit of water on their brush. Osbourne has the very best paint with water books I have ever seen. So if you want to spend a tiny bit more, Osbourne has really good little kid paint books. Now, Osbourne also has lovely sticker books that we absolutely love. And the reason I love them is that these sticker books, and this is a Christmas one, don't mind me. This is a Christmas one, yeah. But I love these Osbourne sticker books because the stickers, let's see if I can get to a sticker page. The stickers will not stick to things forever. They won't stick to your, wood floors that you've just refinished. They won't stick to the walls that you just painted. They stick there, yes, but they peel right away, and they're great. So Osbourne sticker books, they come with, scenes where you can peel and stick. Also, fine motor skills, peeling stickers off a sticker sheet, that works their fingers, things you may not have thought of. Osbourne, again, is just one of my very favorites. This is a big sticker pad. Sit on the floor to do this one. And big fat stickers to peel. And they're heavier so they don't rip. I know little kids struggle with that a little bit. And the scene, this one is full. Obviously, my little guy really went right to work. and that kept him busy through an entire phonics lesson. So praise be for Osbourne. Still on the subject of Osbourne, these lift-a-flap books are worth every penny, and they are wonderful. And my kids will sit and look at these wonderful Osbourne books with the flaps. So lift-a-flap colors is this one, and I have this whole set, lift-a-flap shapes, and there are many more. The shape one. These are things that your preschooler and toddlers need to know anyway, so why not give them that? Another thing that I've gotten is this hot dots set. Okay, my 4-year-old is working on her letters. She can sit nearby on the rug or whatever, and she can work on these as long as it doesn't get too loud. And this little guy, if you haven't seen him, he lights up or turns on. Maybe I'm out of batteries, but you push the right one and he goes yahoo or woof woof or whatever. And they like those. So hot dots, those are fun to have around too. Okay, so things to do. That was the third thing. Things to do that they're only allowed to get out or play with during school time. Here's a toy that we love. Is one of these. This is from Target. Train tracks. These are great. My little guy loves it. He can build away with it. He can sit there with his trains, or he had a rubber ball the other day that he was trying to keep on the track, and he would like set up books and try to keep it from falling off the track. So things like that. I also, when my older kids were being homeschooled and they were littler, and I had a 3-year-old with, I think, a 1st and a 2nd grader is what I had, and she was only 3. I had her set up with the toys that she was only allowed to have during the school day, and then I had a little kitchen set, and it was in the schoolroom, and she could play in her kitchen while the older kids did their schoolwork, and she loved that. And we closed the door on the schoolroom at the end of the day, so it was special to go in there and play kitchen. So that's another idea. Set up little things. Another idea is just to have a play area that you rotate the toys out of. Say you have a dress-up spot there, or you have, this week you have a baby care area, and you have a little corner in your schoolroom that you can just have right there, and they can go play right there. More recently, I have had my little ones get their favorite blanket from their bed and lay it out on the floor, and then they can have their toy that they're given for that half hour or 20 minutes, however long it takes for you to get this little girl through her phonics or math, and then they have to stay on their one small square, and that works pretty good too. The little ones that I have had in my home needed those boundaries, and so that helped a little bit too. So it's an idea to train them to sit there only on their little blanket, and then they play with only that toy, and that helped train them for those boundaries. I hope this helped with your little ones and getting them to remember that when you're working with the older kids, they can play quietly, or they can feel a part of the school day with their binders, and then they can get down and go play. But those are at least just 3 things, and incorporating that stuff into your school day with your little ones, I hope will help. It helped me a lot to just do that, and sometimes it devolves to, look here, just come sit on Mama's lap. You sit here with this crayon. I just want to finish this phonics, and it's gonna happen. But those little guys, they're only little, just that little bit of time. And I guess I'm aware of that more than some, just because I've already raised 3 children and now I have 3 again. And I still have to remind myself of that. This is just for a season. it's really actually only for this year. Even next year she's going to start kindergarten or whatever, and then it's a different challenge. So these days they feel frustrating sometimes and long, but hang in there. Just involve those little people, make it special for them, and then they'll come along and do well for you. I hope you all have a great Saturday. Today, when I'm taping this, it's Friday. It's a beautiful springy day, like I said earlier, so enjoy the day, love on those little babies, and we'll see you in my next video.